Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Bernie here, bringing you yet another video here in the Charge, giving you the latest NBA news and rumors and also basketball opinions. And before we get started on the Lakers win total, go and check out our Fixer Upper series where we go over each and every team and see how we can make them better for the future and here on out. And of course, we did one on the LA Lakers, and if you want to check that out, make sure to check out the annotation and check out that video as we talk about, can Brandon Ingram become an NBA superstar? But right now, like I said, we got to talk about the over-under in terms of win totals, and that's of course this comes from Vegas, and this is what the Vegas odds have to say. The LA Lakers have a 48.5 win total, so that means that's how many games are projected to win. And if I look at it really depth and an analysis, that's a very big improvement from last year. I believe they were 35 and 47, which obviously is a very big improvement. I think that they can do a lot better. I think they can get to 50 wins. And the reason why I think they can get to 50 wins is because of LeBron James always averaging more than 50 wins for any team that he plays for his season, for his career. I think the Lakers at 48 wins is a little bit too low. I understand that the expectations right now are for them to make it to the playoffs, get a little bit further, but not to get to the championship. But I think that's setting the bar too low for this team, which I think their roster actually isn't that bad at all compared to the other ones in the conference. If we look at it from the Vegas total, not my total, this is what Vegas has the playoff picture for them. They have Golden State Warriors at 1, Houston Rockets at 2, OKC at 3, LA Lakers at 4, Utah Jazz at 5, Denver at 6, Pelicans at 7, and of course Minnesota at 8. And of course, when we look at it, I think that the LA Lakers can rise above that, but the real question is, what does their roster look like and how important is it? If we look at number 1, LeBron James is the most important piece of their roster as he is the best player in the world. Maybe not according to other people, but I think in my opinion, he is the best player. And the reason why I think that is because he can turn any team and make it a playoff team. And I think with his presence on this Lakers team, he can definitely do that 100%. LeBron James is going to make each and every individual player better. And the second player I got to talk about is, of course, Brandon Ingram. I said it in my Fixer Upper. I'll make sure to put an annotation above. He is really going to benefit the most from having LeBron James there. Averaging about 16 last year, I think he can get to that magical 22 number, which is enough to become close to an all-star. Maybe he doesn't because it's a very tough West competition. But I think with him being there, LeBron James that is, it helps Brandon Ingram become that legitimate scorer, which is what they were lacking in Cleveland, and they have it here in Brandon Ingram. Obviously, Ingram is a project. He's a 2-year project. This is going to be his 3rd or 4th year, I believe. So when you have him kind of mature and have that Giannis effect, I think that this is the season where he has that Giannis effect, where he goes from that like teen digit scoring to that 20-something digit scoring, which I think is going to be very important for the Lakers if they want to succeed and become NBA champions. They're going to need Brandon Ingram to score above 20 points per game, and I think this season, I think he's going to average above that. The next player we got to look at, of course, is Kyle Kuzma, a guy that's also going to benefit from him. The reason why I think Kyle Kuzma will do very well with LeBron James is because the way that LeBron James likes to play with the pace and space in terms of getting people open, driving in, driving kick, Kyle Kuzma is the perfect option because he is a stretch four. He loves his bigs, especially, Kevin Love, Chris Bosh. When we look at years past, he wants them to be more shooters so that way he has more extra space for that driving in the lane and finishing to the hoop. Kyle Kuzma can shoot the ball. He can drive in. He does a lot of things well, rebounding as well. He is going to benefit the most along with Brandon Ingram, but I think Kyle Kuzma will do even better because he is a guy that can get his, 16 to 18 points. Maybe it goes down a little bit to 15, but I think with Kyle Kuzma there, it stretches the floor. It gives them another pace and space, and Kyle Kuzma can play the 3 as well, so you can have a combination. If Brandon Ingram goes out, you can have Kyle Kuzma and LeBron James. Something like that would be a very good combination. The next player we got to talk about, of course, is Rajon Rondo, another guy that could really do well, and I think he knows, as he seems to me like a player coach, and the reason why I think that is because the way that he's on the court, he directs people, he tells them where to go, he knows everyone else's positions, which is perfect. You always want that in a NBA superstar, especially your point guard, and I think with Rajon Rondo there, it's going to elevate LeBron James's game a little bit more. Rondo's a guy that takes pride and calls people out on their BS if something happens, and I think that with Rajon Rondo there, he will call out LeBron, he will call out Ingram, he will call out Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, KCP, whoever it is, he's going to call them out and make sure that they're on top because he doesn't want to lose a game. And I think I saw that a lot when he was a Boston Celtic player, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that as he becomes a Laker. Unfortunately, it sucks that as a Celtics fan, it's seeing Rondo kind of become this kind of coach player that I wanted him to be for the Boston Celtics, but now he's here on the LA Lakers to do that exact job for this team, and I think they can make a really good push. We got to talk about Lonzo Ball and what I think he needs to do. He was a 12-7-7 guy, and I think with that, he is actually going to do very well for the LA Lakers. He's going to be coming off the bench, I feel like, because Rondo right now is a little bit of a better player than him and is more consistent than I would say Lonzo Ball is, even though Lonzo Ball does the other things well, like rebounding and assisting well. I just think that the scoring right now and just driving to the paint, he's really got to get stronger, and with that meniscus and not playing very well last season, he's really got to step it up, especially for a guy in LeBron James who demands excellence from each and every one of his players. He's going to have to get the best out of Lonzo Ball, and I think that he will. If not, I think that trade, wherever it is, whether it's the Phoenix Suns, which I talked about, or whether it's another team, I think that trade could be out there, and I know that LeVar Ball doesn't want that at all for his big baller brand, and I've talked about this numerous times. But if Lonzo isn't performing to the standard of LeBron James or any of his teammates, I think that they're going to want him gone. I really think that that diss track really did something, and there was a reason why Magic Johnson had to come in and tell them, hey, you guys got to quit it. This is definitely not going to happen. Even though it didn't really affect to nothing and LeBron James still came to LA, it's still not a good look. It's almost as if your parent comes in and it's like, why'd you do this? I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. It's that I'm not mad, disappointed thing, and I think that's what LeBron James is feeling right now with Lonzo Ball, and hopefully, and I wish that Lonzo Ball would have been healthy, so that way he could have been like, hey, LeBron, how about we train together so I can get better? Because we know that Jason Tatum trained with Kobe Bryant, and LeVar Ball felt some type of way about it with Lonzo Ball. But at the same time, I think if LeBron James and Lonzo could have gotten in the gym together and start cooking and see what they can create, maybe LeBron James, even though, you know, it's a little bit funny talking about it, maybe LeBron James helps Lonzo with that jumper, because LeBron James became a very reliable jump shooter later in his career because he's actually developed it and knows what to do, and I think he could do the same thing for Lonzo Ball if he was healthy. And of course, the next guy we got to talk about, a guy that really isn't a secret, but he is probably one of the steals of the draft a couple of years back, 1 year ago for that matter, and that's of course Josh Hart. He did very well in the summer league, and I think, you know, after last season going about 8 points, 1.3 rebound or assists, 4.2 rebounds, I think he's going to elevate his game, especially if he's going to play the 2 guard. I know that KCP is a fan favorite of some people, but I think Josh Hart is ready to take the helm. If you have a lineup of LeBron James, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart, and maybe Lonzo Ball is kind of like a death lineup, even though I don't really think it is, I think you could do something special. And especially if Josh Hart is improving like he did in the Summer League and is going to do in the NBA, then I'm very excited for this team. Whether Lonzo Ball stays on this team or not, this Lakers team has a very good team, and I love all the pieces that they have in order to create a depth chart. And it's the reason why I don't think that they're going to be at 48 wins. I think they're going to be somewhere in the 50s to 52s, because I think there is going to be a team that's going to fall off from the top 4 of this list that the Vegas odds gave, and I'm really going to talk about it more when we do our NBA predictions and talking about what teams I think will finish in the top 8. But right now, guys, this has been it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy our content, and also don't forget to check out our other videos. Hit that like button to show that you appreciate this video. Anyway, guys, I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.